Can you be prosecuted for just sharing contents of these riots online? I've been tagged a number of times now in response to the Sky News article regarding the Director of Public Prosecutions about sharing content of these riots. So let's take a little bit of a look at that in follow-up to my previous video. Stay tuned. Welcome back. If you do like my content and my free guidance to you here, please hit that subscribe button. About 70% of you don't, and I'd be really grateful if you did. Let's take a look at this Sky News clip here from the Director of Public Prosecutions, where he says as follows.
The offence of incitement to racial hatred involves publishing or distributing material which is insulting or abusive, which is intended to or likely to start racial hatred. So if you retweet that, then you're republishing that, and then potentially you're committing that offence.
And he goes on to say that there is a team of police officers scouring the internet looking for these posts that are being shared online, looking to prosecute you simply for sharing a video. Is that right? Well, broadly speaking, yes. If we look at Part 3 of the Public Order Act here, racial hatred, and we're looking at acts intended or likely to stir up racial hatred, we can then look at various things here, which include publishing or distributing written material, or distributing, showing, or playing a recording. And so if we look at, for example, section 21 here, a person who distributes, shows, or plays a recording of visual images or sound which are threatening, abusive, or insulting is guilty of an offence if he intends thereby to stir up racial hatred, or having regard to all of the circumstances is likely to be stirred up thereby. And so this can be any kind of distribution of images, videos, and so on. If the person intends to stir up hatred, or having regard to all the circumstances, it is likely to stir up. Now, that is a fact-specific, case-by-case basis. It will obviously depend on the specific recording, the specific sharing, what was contained within the video, what words were contained, or if it was written material, what was written in that material. And they would have to show to prove the case that it is either your intention to stir up hatred, or that in all the circumstances, it is likely to stir up hatred. Now, if this was just a broadcast recording, now, I have to make clear here, I am not a criminal specialist. These are my general views, and this is not to be taken as legal advice. But if it were just a recording of the overall event, and it wasn't one specific on one side or another, now that's difficult these days because some of these are very much one-sided, then if it were just a general video of the overall circumstances, then that is less likely to be stirring up any kind of hatred. But if it was a very specific video with specific wording, which is deliberately intended within that video to stir up hatred in the first place, and you're sharing it, and it is likely to stir up that hatred in the same way, then by redistributing, republishing, you might well be committing that offence. Just as in a defamation case, if you republish a statement that was originally defamatory, you are republishing a defamatory statement, you can then be liable for that defamatory statement yourself. So this very much is an offence, and there are, well, several offences, because under this section, the use of words or behaviour of written material, or publishing or distributing written material, or playing a recording or broadcast, and so on. And so, as I said in my previous videos, they are obviously taking all of this very seriously. So my stark warning to you a couple of videos ago was just refrain from commenting. If you're not sure of what you're saying, refrain from reposting, retweeting, republishing, whatever videos that might well amount to this kind of offence. Now, you might not agree with that. You might think that the law is ridiculous, but be that as it may, they have confirmed that they are looking for people that are reposting this kind of material, and you might find yourself charged with something. So, as I said, err on the side of caution here. If you're tempted to post something which is inflammatory, you know it's inflammatory, or it's likely to be inflammatory, or worse, you intend it to be inflammatory, just pull yourself back and don't post it. And don't confuse this in any way with me supporting the erosion of free speech and things like that. That's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is this is the general guidance based on what they are telling you. They are telling you that they are looking for people that are posting this material, and the legislation supports it where they decide to prosecute. So just consider that a warning with all good intentions. Please do subscribe for clarity of thought objectively from me to you, and that is what I promise you. And for now, thanks for watching.